Come on in, come on in. Yes, come on in. Yes. You already know what time it is. It is the T-Vocal Show. It is Women History Month. Yes, it is March. And I got a special lady in the building, Miss Bolden in the building, y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Yes, it's going down today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. As we jam to the music, y'all, listen, y'all, we got, March the 27th. Yes, March the 27th is going down. Darren Henson, y'all. Y'all know who he is. Yes, he played on Stomp the Yard, yes. He also, too, played on Soul Food, the series. Yes, and he is currently on what? Yes, one of my favorite shows right now, BET Family Business. I need y'all to tap in. Yes, Orlando Duncan, y'all. Yes, he will be in the building March the 27th, 7 p.m., right here at Nard Multimedia Group Studio, 620 Texas Street, third floor. The third floor, not the fifth floor, but the third floor. Eventbrite, Night with Darren Henson. Go get your tickets right now. I got limited seating, y'all. I got people from all over the country that's coming in already. So Shreveport, hey, when I tell you I'm worldwide, I'm worldwide. So when I do events, I don't have just Shreveport people. So I need y'all to tap in Shreveport and go and get those tickets because I got people from all over, from Texas, Georgia, and down south Louisiana. I already said they coming, and they already got their tickets already. So let's get your tickets. And also, too, the next day, the next day, we have a nice, good entertainment workshop. Darren Henson is going to be, yes, right across the street from me at Robinson Film Center. Yes, at 617 Texas Street. All right, 2 p.m. He will have an entertainment workshop. He's going to have all great things to talk about. Knowledge is power. So I need y'all to tap in. Anybody that's in the entertainment business, anybody that's a director, any that's a sort, type. I need y'all in the building. Real talk. It's definitely gonna be a dope time. $35. That's it. So invest in yourself, people. I need you to invest in yourself. It's only $35. Just $35. $35 per person. All right. So Saturday, March the 28th. Yes, my brother will be here. Those tickets ASAP. All right, ASAP. Also, too, that night he will be, I forgot to put that flyer up. I'll have that flyer next time I come on. But yes, on that night, we're doing a nice little red carpet event. He's going to show his premiere of his documentary, y'all. So it's going to be dope. He's going to be at the Robinson Film Center at 7 o'clock. It's going to be nice, y'all. He's also going to be there too as well. So you get to watch the documentary with him. He's going to have a Q&A after. But also too, in between that time from 2 and 7, yes, you're going to get hungry. So just please stop at Abby Singers at Robinson Film Center and get you some great food from Nima and the staff. Some great food. Also too, on that Sunday, I need y'all in the building in Menden. Yes, your brother is, doing a little acting, T-Vocal is in the building doing a little acting. Stage play, The Showcase, all right? I need y'all there. Liberty Christian Ministries in Menden, Louisiana. Yes, Darren Henson will be there too as well. He will be part of the play. I'm a part of the play. So I need y'all to tap into this Showcase stage plays. It's going to be dope, y'all. Definitely going to be nice. But, y'all, I forgot about something on... Yes, also shout out to the hottest media marketing team. I need y'all to go tap into that. Yes, tap into that right there. Yes. Also, too, R&B Soul Vibes, y'all. March the 22nd. All right, this is on a Sunday from 5 to 8 p.m. Get out of church, go on here, relax, and then come here at the studios and check out some R&B Soul Vibes. Grown and sexy, all right? It ain't no hoop hop, no, none of that stuff. Ain't no let's get crunk out. Nah, this is straight R&B Soul Vibes. That's it. Straight vibes. My brother Phil Wade, all the way from Houston, will be in the building, live band. So y'all come through. It's going to be very dope, I'm telling you. So go ahead and come through on that day. But also, too, let's go back. On March the 29th, on that Sunday night, yes, it's a busy weekend for Nard Multimedia Group. Nard Multimedia Group is going to be on fire on that weekend. Lil Flip will be in the building. If you know who he is, he's a rap artist, rap celebrity. You already know what time it is. From Houston, Texas, Lil Flip will be in a building, live audience, all right? $20 VIP, that's meet and greet, all right? Complimentary wine, little front seating, and then there's a $10 general admission. You can't beat that, y'all. To go come see one of the dopest people. I'm going to have him on my Hip Hop on Texas show, so it's definitely going to be dope with Knowledge 312, so we're going to have him on Hip Hop on Texas podcast. So it's going to be great, y'all. So Lil Flip. So y'all stay tuned. Much love to everybody, man. But shout out to this dope music, y'all, that we're getting our listening ears to is Rooted Republic. Shout out to my brother Wes. He has provided me with some nice music so I can, you know what I'm saying, make sure that I can go and skip that copyright, because I don't want people talking about, you had my song on your, nah, I want to get all my money. Huh? So shout out to AI. Huh? Won't he do it? Come on. Come on, get old good AI. Yeah, clock it. Go with the clock. They want to talk about good old AI music. So shout out to my brother Rooted Republic, because we definitely want to make sure that we do things decently and in order. But we want to get paid when we see these episodes that definitely get monetized one day. So I definitely want to just go ahead and just move forward and start doing those things now. You know what I'm saying? So we here. So stay tuned, y'all. We're about to start in a few minutes. Much love to everybody. It's your brother T Vocal, the host in the building, and I got Miss Bolden. Let's go. Hey, ho, come on. How they come on. Put your hands together. Come on. How to do that, church?
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole. You loving it? Ooh. Yeah. Hey, let's go. Tap on in. I need everybody gonna like, share, and comment. Yeah, this the party train. Yeah. Hey, this T Vocal show. We going live in a few minutes, y'all. Let's go. Hey, come on. You like that right there?
Yeah. I like that.
Little skate music, you know what I'm saying? Little skate.
Right. Come on. Then when you hit that curve.
Oh, hit that. Oh.
Then you do that little
How you hit the curve? How you hit the curve?
Hey, with them feet going like that.
Show them how to hit the curve.
Hey.
Okay, I see we got your animal print on today. Okay. Arr. Okay, then.
Come on here. Yes.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy T. We're gonna host in the building. Yeah. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy T. We're gonna host in the building. Yes, I am here. This is the T Vocal Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. What I need y'all to do right now is like, share, comment, but also too subscribe to Nard Multimedia Group. Go check me out on YouTube channel. We got so many amazing episodes from all type of people. I have 6 podcasts that's on there. So guess what? If you don't like this podcast, you got 5 more to go to. Huh?
Come on here.
And just find you one. Because sometimes, you know, people are picky.
We got choices.
You got choices, right.
Absolutely. You
got choices on this. Mm-hmm. So this one thing about Nard Multimedia Group, it is a network. And I definitely want this to travel all around the country, all around the world, and everybody know about Shreveport and the dope people that we have here. And that's the reason why, the reason why I came up with this platform is to showcase people like you. So today you getting your flowers, boo.
Come on here.
Hey, how you doing? Come on, get them flowers. Yeah.
Give me my flowers.
Right now, while you're living.
Right, so I can smell.
Come on, because when you're dead, you can't smell them flowers. And that's one thing that aggravates me.
Yeah.
When people die, we start to talk about the amazing things that they have done.
Right.
And then we're like, oh, wow, I didn't know they did that. But what if we would have known the amazing things they have done when they was living?
Absolutely.
We could have, it probably could have affected us even more or made us like, you know what, I want to do that too. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people die, we start to give them their flowers now.
And even on the flip side of that, encouraging them to continue on.
Thank you. That's
You
what
know,
I'm saying.
because even the heroes and the ones who are really
Come on
doing
with
great
it.
things,
Mm-hmm.
listen, they need encouragement as well. So to hear someone say, you know, just a simple thank you, or you know what, I really appreciate you for doing that.
Right.
It means a lot. Yeah, it's a simple thing sometimes.
It is a simple things, you know, and we have to really like. I feel like we need to encourage each other, but also too, it's okay to give people flowers.
Oh yeah, and I love
It's okay.
flowers.
It's okay to say, hey, you're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
I loving it. That makes a person feels great. I don't care how you feel that I don't want to tell them because no, it's okay.
Right.
It's okay. You know, pat somebody on the back. You know what I'm saying?
ahead
Because
on.
it's gonna be one day that you definitely want someone to acknowledge you in that way.
Spread the love, share the love.
Spread the love,
Give
share
the
the
love.
love. And that's what we're doing today, y'all. Today is Women History Month.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, come on with it. Come on, yes. And I have Miss Bolden in the best. So before we get going and all those great things, y'all, she is a woman of God. She is a lady that literally walks it. She talks it. But also, too, one thing I love about you,
What you love about
because
me?
you serve a great God and you know who you are, you okay being around the secular.
Indeed.
You know, and that's one thing I like about you because sometimes people be scared to. I mean, listen, we are the light.
Come on here.
And I had to tell my dad a long time ago when I did started to play secular music and things and travel the world and play for people. I had to tell him, Dad, I'm the light.
We are.
You taught me well. You know what I'm saying? I come from a great background. Shout out to Church of God in Christ. Come on.
Yes.
You can't join. You gotta be born in it, huh?
Come
And
on
I was
here.
born in it, and I understand the things that that was instilled in me, and I still carry them to this day. So even when I am in the darkness, I am light, and I appreciate you for being transparent.
Absolutely. Yes. Sir.
I feel like us as Christians have to be transparent because we can't just say this and then we don't. I feel like if you are a Christian, you need to be out there with them.
Right. There's no other way to be.
Why are we around Christians all the time?
Right. He said, "Go out."
You know.
So why you still in? Get out.
Right. So if we continue to be around us, how are we gonna reach the people?
Right. Because I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's okay for me to be in a space where God can literally use my light.
Right.
And that's what
Right.
it's
And
all
you
about.
have a spirit of integrity. So I feel like if they do see you go out there and do a little line dance, they know that she ain't sinning. Yeah,
Right.
she just doing a line dance where
Hey,
come on.
I'm at the family reunion.
Come on. Come on. We want to we want to move to Franklin Beverly, you know.
I'm with my people. Now,
That right there listen, that was one thing that used to just well, thank the Lord for deliverance, and my parents have kind of
Liberation.
have freed themselves up in their mind. Amen.
Yes.
But I remember, man, at our family functions when they start playing that type of music, man, I wish I
Cringe.
would. I wish I would hit that flow until one day I was like, forget it. I'm going out there.
Oh, you sound
And
like
I
my
went,
sister.
listen, I went out there, and my mama, my daddy, and my aunt is, man, that boy. And ever since then, they gradually started to, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my parents for allowing us to experience, you know, more than just what, church. That's all we did. You remember
Right.
back in the day, that's all we
Hey,
did. Every
listen.
day was
we-
school, church.
It was like this. You got up for Sunday school.
Come on.
From Sunday school, you went to the regular service.
Come on, right.
After that, then you had another service, but you went to get some chicken
Come
in
on.
between. After that, you went to
Went to Ryan's.
You went to Ryan's or something like that. Then you came from the next service.
Come on.
Then you went to YPWW. You
All
remember
right.
that?
Come on now. Come on.
And after that, it was revival night.
Revival night.
But I thank God even now, as being a mother, single mother, knowing the value of having balance in our lives.
Come on with it. Come
You
on.
know,
Yeah.
I have a 23-year-old now,
Yes.
and of course, she has seen me be in the box,
Mm-hmm.
but then she's also seen me evolve
Nice.
as her mother. And of course, that was me being a model, showing her what it looks like to do that word you said earlier, to have integrity,
Mm-hmm.
to be the woman of God that she know I am, but then also to see me engage with my friends,
Come on,
to
right.
also get out, have a great time. And of course, my sisters tell me they want me to do more of that. Because they're like, baby, we trying to get you married off this year. I'm like,
come
hold on,
on.
hold on,
The
hold on.
Boaz coming.
Hold on.
Have you seen that movie? That movie that came out with what is it called? What's it called? Boaz?
Yes.
No, was it called Boaz?
There is a movie, yes. I saw that.
It just came out. Yeah. But yeah, it was on it. Yeah, so you might find them.
Well, listen, I'm, hey.
Y'all, hey, men of God, Men of valor.
Men of
Huh?
valor.
We need you.
Let a men of valor.
Go hit that inbox right now. She ain't playing no game now. Huh?
Yeah, it's real over here.
It's
but
real over there
listen,
now. Come on, don't play with it.
I love a good night out.
Yeah.
I love, you know, where you saw me at when
Yes.
we were celebrating Katrina.
Yes, for sure.
You know, good adult conversation,
Most definitely.
adult time. You know, it's a time and place for everything. So when it's time for us to relax, it's time to relax. When it's time for us to get in and get to the business of things, it's time to do that. When it's time for me to jump and be mom, then
Come on,
hey,
right.
I'm that, you know. I know they have the song that, and I guess I'm kind of getting off, but I'm still
you good.
on. I'm every woman.
Come on.
But the fact of the matter is, I'm not every woman, but
Okay.
I am this woman.
Hi, come
You know
on
what
with
I
it.
mean?
Uh-huh.
And this woman and what that looks like, you know, may not be what the other woman looks like, but at the same token, we're all women.
Facts.
You know, moving and carving our own path, doing our things, shattering glass ceilings, being uniquely who we are. You know, I was asked a question, one thing that, well, let me just say this right here. I was asked a question in regards to some things that I want to do and that I see myself doing in the future. And, you know, I didn't even get like real deep. I was like, I see myself skydiving.
Oh, wow.
They were like, what? I'm like, it's literally on my bucket list. So I know they thought I was going to get real deep and be like, well, I see myself, you know, going here,
Yeah,
going
come on.
there.
Well,
no, I'm already doing that.
yeah.
And I see myself doing more of that, most definitely. But I literally, that's on my bucket list. Before I hit 50, I'm 40. Am I 47, 48? I'm 48.
No way.
I just had a birthday. Yeah, so I'm 48. And I'm like, you know, for that 50th birthday, I see myself, you know, jumping out of an airplane, you know, and experiencing skydiving. You know, and when I talk about that balance, you know, that's where that comes in, to be able to explore, enjoy life.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Gotta have that balance.
Yeah, you got to have perspective,
Come on with it.
but you still need that
Yes,
balance
for
with
sure.
the perspective, you know, as to what we will and won't do. Now, I got some boundaries,
Yeah.
you know, as we should, but at the same token, even with evolving as a young woman of God,
Yeah.
you know, I'm learning that everything that they said was a sin,
Come on. Oh, Lord.
y'all was lying to the people.
So we gonna go there today?
I'm just saying.
We
you
can
know,
go there today now.
I'm just talking.
All right.
I'm just talking about what I'm talking about.
All right. We definitely gonna go there today because I'm thank you for being on today. Yes, we definitely gonna tap in.
No,
we're gonna tap
it's
in because
real.
we need to talk about that because you know there's some things that you know we both grew up Church of God in Christ.
Absolutely.
And when I talk about sanctified, you know,
Hand clapping, foot stomping.
foot stomping, you
Tongue
know,
talking.
it's almost talking about you know if you're going up there talking about you want to be filled with the Holy Ghost, yeah, you gonna stay up there till we hear some tongue talking.
Yes.
And if it
We
take you
need some
2-3 hours,
It's okay.
talking about thank you today until it finally start to roll up,
Come on here.
you better fake it till you make it. Or you better get it.
You better
because
get
they
it.
didn't play.
Or they'll say, come back.
Come back tomorrow night.
Come back tomorrow night.
Huh? Come back tomorrow night to get it because it's time to go. You gotta get the baby back in the bed.
Come back tomorrow night.
Come back tomorrow
Yes,
night.
indeed.
You know, but those were the, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have that anymore.
And I thank God for those days.
Yeah.
The late Superintendent McLendon.
Come on, shout out to me. Yes.
My
shout
goodness,
out.
at the
Yes.
White Temple Church
Yes.
of God in Christ. Come on
Come
here.
on.
You don't know nothing about that 3898 Hollywood.
Hollywood, yes, sir.
Listen,
Come on.
it was hot on Hollywood. And that is where, you know, I really got my foundation
Yes.
in being rooted. Of course, my sisters, they were truly born in as babies, but you know, I was a member of the Baptist church, and I thank God for that foundation as well, because I love a good father.
Come on.
I stretch.
Yeah.
I love that too, but ain't nothing like call on Jesus.
Come on,
He will
he-
answer
you hear
prayer.
me?
You know what I mean? But I
In
got,
the morning.
when
Come on.
I ride,
Come on now.
don't start now, Tommy.
Come on.
But I really,
Yeah.
you know, thank God because, you know, that double standard that you may have sometimes, and you feel like, you know, you can do this and still, you know, live a righteous life. There has to be a change. There has to be a separation or whatever. But then what I talked about earlier, there are things that were said that was a sin that really wasn't. Like today, me with this red lipstick on.
Come on with it.
Ooh, you already know.
I would have got you.
Ooh,
Come see me, baby.
come on.
And they would have had that.
They had the tissue read.
That's what I'm talking about. That. Come here. Come here, let me get that on out you.
Get that rule.
And they ain't using no water.
Probably,
You know, I be like, ugh, get out.
yes.
Get out, get out. Stop. But yeah, they ain't play,
Listen,
right.
it was real. It was real. But
Time brings a change, though.
It brings about a change. When you know better, you do better.
Oh, you do better. When you know better, you do better. That is so true. That is so true.
That's why you have to have a relationship and a foundation for yourself. You know what I mean? I thank God for the women and the men of old, of course, because they gave us substance. You know, we had a reverence for God then. And so many times people have a form of godliness and they're denying the power thereof. And like you said, you remember how they had us on the altar, like, oh, you was going to get this thing.
You going to get it for real.
You going to get it for real,
Right.
Like the Bible say, the paper Bible.
Right. Facts.
You know what I mean? But at the same token, as you live, as you grow, and I didn't always stay the course. I was there at church, living for God, and as time progressed, I went on to Southern University. Shout out to the Southern University.
The standard.
The standard. Yes,
we got y'all in the back. We got y'all in the back.
Here,
you know.
Come on here.
I need some more HBCUs, y'all. Y'all come on. Y'all come on, HBCUs. Y'all come on with it.
SU, come on here. Don't play with it. Don't stand
now, but hold up. You see the, huh?
I see the GSU over there. But listen, it's all love until November comes, right?
Oh Lord, yeah, y'all did, yeah, y'all had this one, but you looking like a tiger over there though. You looking like a GUS alumni.
That's what I'm looking like.
Yeah, what you looking like right there.
Don't start that. Don't.
You looking at that black and gold I'm seeing.
Stop. You already
look like
know.
you're part of the alumni association.
Well, listen, you already know who I'm with.
Come on with it.
The Southern University.
Yes, come on.
However, what was I talking about? Holiness.
Yes.
Holiness. And of course, this is what I want. This is the what I wanted to say is they would tell us one thing, and we knew that, hey, I respect this voice. That's a respected voice in my life. But even as I grew, I didn't always stay the course. And so even when I went off to school at Southern University, my friend girls, they would always be like, Bettina, you know, hey, we going out, we doing this, you going? And I'm like, yeah, for sure, I'm going. And I tell you this, true story. So I was like, well, where are we going? Well, we were supposed to be headed to Pensacola, Florida. Okay. Now, mind you, we at Southern University going all the way to Florida to go and have a good time, right? So something happened, and so they were like, oh, well, we're not going to be able to go there, so let's just go to Lafayette, and we'll hang out. And so we did. And, you know, I'm having a good time and enjoying myself, you know, on the ride. And once we get there, we roll up to where we're supposed to be. And I'm like, okay, where are we going? Why are we in this parking lot? They was like, it's the party. The Q's, they having a party. It's in there. And I'm like, okay. So I'm standing here, and I'm looking like, this place look real familiar to me. So I go in. We're just doing what we do, okay? And I look, and all I could see was USAC 1990 something. It wasn't up there, but I could visually see it. We were in the Hyman Center. I'm like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. My vibe was blown, everything.
Straight USAC. Come on with it. Yes.
USAC. I'm like, oh my goodness. And you know, that just speaks to the God conscious that we even have when we, you know, when we stray away. You know, I thank God for the train them up in the way that they should go. But you know, I was like, I'm gonna experience what I want to experience. And of course, I went off the course, but I thank God for the people of old that instill what they instilled in me. The late Janelle Maxey, Vera Winbush, my mother, Dr. Doris Kelly, Vanessa Winbush Gallen. Come on, even all the way down to the church mother, Mother Alice, Mother Mary Drew, the usher that took the gum out your mouth when you came in and said you're gonna reverence Sister Alice Wilson. What you doing with that gum in your mouth? You know, but all of those things helped us to have a foundation in God. You know, when I talked about the YPWW, when we would go back and we would do Bible drill and we had to learn the word of God or whatever. Yeah, today, you know, even then when I found myself maybe in a club, and I've told this story before, I was with my friend girl because I didn't discriminate, you know. I would go to LSU and we would hang out with my friends. Shout out to Dr. Tika McKnight, Washington. I would hang out with her. She's from Shreveport, Louisiana. And of course, we went to another establishment at another time. And I went to the ladies' room. And I went to the ladies' room just to escape this cute. He was an old head. And I was like, okay, I'm so over this dude. You know, let me buy you a drink. No, thank you.
I'm good.
I'm good. No, thank you. But anyway, when I went into the ladies' room, of course, when I left, everything seemed normal, like a normal night. And when I went in there and I was just about to come back out, I hear shots fired. And it sounded too close for comfort. And of course, I got down, went back into the stall, man. And of course, we do what we know to do.
Yeah.
I went for a party, but in the time of trouble, we know who to call on.
Come on.
And I began to call on Jesus, and I was praying, and I was like, Lord, if you just help me out of this. Oh, my God, you hear me? I was like, if you just let me get out of here, I promise. Now, I'm making promises now, broken promises, but I made a promise that night.
Right.
My heart was in the right posture. I'm like, you know, I'll do right. I'll live for you, this, that, and the other, whatever. And so on that night, as the story is remembered or recalled, there were 2 people who were shot and one who was a student.
Oh, wow.
Who lost their life that night. And I was sitting in the same area where that young man was. And so in that night, like, my life was changed. And I got up, and back then we would go to Greater King David in Baton Rouge. And I was like one of the first one up talking about, I'm getting on the bus, I'm going to church. I got to go see a man to tell him thank you. You know what I mean? Because I know that God was preserving me for this season of my life. I went through that. It's a testimony and a testament to how God will protect you. You know how your mama say, from danger seen and unseen.
Right.
Yeah, Lord protect them. My mama prayed those prayers. I mean, I love her for that, Dr. Kelly. Many nights I know that she cried out for myself and my sisters, and that was just one of those pivotal moments in my life. Now, did I go back and do some other things? Did. However,
we human.
We're human. But that day is forever etched in my heart, in my mind, about what God did and how He preserved my life. You know, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Come on. So, y'all heard us talk about some good things. Y'all see what time it is. Y'all know what time. But we're gonna get to it because we want to take us back. Let's take us back because you're from Shreveport, Louisiana, right?
The Port City.
Port City?
Yes.
All right. And what high school?
By way of, let me just say it like this.
Okay, by way what?
By way of Allendale. Queensborough. Lakeside. Because you know, wherever your grandmother stayed, you stayed there too.
Okay, sure.
So my grandmother lived in Allendale.
Okay.
On my mom's side. Okay. On my father's side, Lakeside. And then of course my mom lived in Queensborough. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a product of all of that.
Okay, cool. And how was your upbringing?
So my upbringing, I went to Booker T. Washington High School, but you wouldn't believe this. Prior to that, I went to Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament.
Come on.
I went to Catholic school.
Okay, look at that.
Yes, and of course, we came over to public school, and I went to West Shreveport, and then after that, of course, BTW. I shout out J.S. Clark.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a product of all of that.
Yeah.
All right, and after BTW, of course, Southern University, Louisiana Tech as well.
Nice. So you was a bulldog too.
A bulldog. Yep. You see him.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
Come on with it. So,
but my upbringing, you asked that question.
Yeah.
Both my parents were in my life. Both my mom and dad. Of course, there were struggles in our life, as all families.
For sure.
My mother was, of course, came out of the Baptist church into holiness, and that was her standard. But even before I saw my mom walking into, her transformed life in holiness, she was just an upstanding woman, a phenomenal woman, a great woman. My father was an amazing man. He loved his daughters.
Yeah.
He was the protector, provider. But of course, many people know the story. You know, my father abused drugs and alcohol most of our lives.
Wow.
Most of our life. And of course, like I always say, he was a good father. He was a great man. But he had his demons and his struggles. And of course, it impacted our family life. You know, I have a book that we're writing, and it speaks to that. And this is fresh because about 2 weeks ago when I reached out to the publisher, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. And I began to speak about it, and I called my sister Christina, and I was like, hey, gonna get ready to write this book. And at first I was gonna do a journal. Everybody's doing journal. Help, help you. But I wanted to do this legacy one in honor of my father. But something came over me because it was like, are you really ready to tell the story? You talked about transparency earlier. And something came over me because I was like, I don't know. And so I reached out to my mom, and I just wanted to make sure she was okay with me telling the story.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is her story that involves her 4 daughters.
Yeah.
With those nights of, knowing at a certain time that there was going to be some turbulence in the house. And then even having feelings of, at one point, hatred. You know what I mean? And so, just for the whole situation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm so grateful, for that entire experience.
Yeah.
Because I had to overcome something. And even on my father's, my father had a stroke. And this was at a time that some of my family was under the impression that there was still distance between my father and I. But there wasn't. We had reconciled.
Yeah.
We had, reconnected in such a meaningful way. And even on the day that the stroke happened to my father, I was at home, and I was getting ready to transition to Houston, and most of my family didn't know it.
Wow.
Yeah, had gotten an apartment.
What? You was heading to H-Town?
Yes, I was going to H-Town.
Come on with it.
Yes, and I was so excited about that. And my daughter was a Girl Scout, and I called my dad, and I was like, hey, man, I need you to help me to get rid of some of these Girl Scout cookies. I got to, hey.
Yeah, you gotta get the...
When it's that time, it's that time.
It's that time. When is that time?
Come on, it's now.
It's now?
Their Girl Scouts are out right now. I saw some at Sam's Club.
Now they starting to tamper with them cookies.
The flavor is a little different than what I remember.
Yeah, cause that day, I like the purple box. Huh?
Oh, listen.
Come on, if you see me with that purple box,
you already know what time it is.
First of all, listen, I'm gonna give you your own box.
And don't play with the Thin Mints either. Now I don't know if you like those. Oh yes, I love the Thin Mints as well.
You can keep them.
And the Trefolds. Okay?
Yeah, you gotta have them. But
come on,
listen,
them
shortbread. And them
that's the shortbread.
Yeah,
yes.
The shortbread ones, and then the ones with the coconut, that purple with
Come
the
on.
coconut. Man, them things so good.
You can eat a whole box.
That's the devil.
Before you know it.
Oh my God. That right there. Oh
Absolutely.
My,
I
yes.
love them. But I called Dad, and I told him I need you to get off some of these cookies for me. Because listen, I got them stacked high. Because I always wanted my girl to, be on top.
Yeah, for sure.
Top cookie seller.
Come on, right.
Give my baby her badge.
Come on.
Run her badge.
I need all that.
I was praying, and I went into prayer, like I would normally do, or whatever. And so I got a call back, and it was from his phone, and I was like, "Well, my daddy won't." I'm like, I'm trying to finish my little session before I gotta go to what I need to go to, and so I didn't answer the phone, but I got a phone call again, and boom, there it is. It was like, "Hey, your dad just had a stroke. You guys need to get where you need to be." But a sense of peace came over me because I was in a place of prayer. But then, of course, as a human, you said that earlier.
Right.
The feeling of, okay, what's going on? My God, let me hear up and get this. So I called my sisters and all. But anyway, the point that I wanted to make, but there was a point where the doctors were like, there's nothing else that we could do. Call everybody in. Let's, kind of preparing for his death. And my faith was just so strong. It was so intact at that point that I was like, hey, everybody that knows somebody that can get a prayer through, I need y'all sending CK name up. So if you ever see me on social media talking about CK girls, I'm talking about Bettina, Christina, Sharika, and Tranisa. Tranisa, listen, we didn't play about our dad. And my mom, she was very instrumental in holding us together and supporting my daddy during that time. And of course, as time went on, and I won't give out too much, but this is just a part that I testified about, how the doctors literally were just like, okay, we shut this thing down. Nothing else we can do. Y'all have exhausted, everything we have. But of course, I went into prayer, I reached out to my pastor, and I want, just at the end of the day, we were able to bring our father home. I didn't go to Houston as I had wanted to. I wanted to go to H-Town.
Right.
Listen, I'm just like,
Ready.
I'm going to do something different, a new life for my daughter. And I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I decided to stay here, kind of change my home around to accommodate my daddy. And what they said was going to be, death, God gave him another 10 years.
Wow.
We took care of him, and it was a joy to take care of my father. Was it times where it was hard, and we was like, okay, CK, come
Most
on,
definitely.
man, get it together.
Especially being a caregiver, yeah.
Yes.
Most definitely.
We had those days, but God literally gave us, some of those times that we didn't have when Daddy was going through his struggles with drug abuse or whatever. So, I thank God for it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and of course the greatness that came out of it.
Yeah.
Because I know my daddy left here saved, sanctified. Come on here, Holy Ghost filled. Don't start now. But anyway, that's my little bit on, the foundation, because it took faith during that time, like for real. Because when they were saying, let him go, I was saying,
how was that
Father,
moment?
Listen, it was scary, to be honest. To walk in a room with doctors all around your father and your family saying one thing and your faith saying another. And I chose to go with my faith over my family in that moment. And I knew that I made the right choice, because even in one moment, I held my daddy's hand and he appeared to be lifeless. But I began to talk, not just rhetoric, but what the Bible say. And in one moment I said, Daddy, if you can hear me and you want us to continue to fight. And my sister, one of my sisters, she really got nervous. And she was like, Tina, just listen to him. Just go ahead on. And if the Lord's will is this, we're going to just let it be. And I was like, okay, I'll submit to the will of the Lord. But I do know that we can pull on God in such a way. And not that I wanted to keep my daddy here being selfish, but I understood that I'm not the judge and the jury, but from what we understood about his lifestyle, I know he wasn't ready to die and to go on. I'm like, God, not like this. We don't want it to end like this. And so God favored us, my family, my sisters, with giving him, that extension on life. But this is what I said. I said, Daddy, if you can hear me and you want us to keep fighting, I said, I want you to squeeze my hand.
Come on.
And he did. And they was like, oh, that's just involuntary reflexes. And then I was like, okay, all right, Doc. I'm like, okay, we're going to put our God to the test. And I tell Daddy, if you want us to fight, and I asked him to move a particular foot, he did it.
Wow.
They said it was involuntary. I said, okay, Daddy, and I made another command. He did it. And can I tell you, about 3 years later after, because they lose a lot of cognitive abilities and things of that nature when they go through something traumatic like a stroke. And it was maybe 3 years later, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But my daddy said, Tina, you know something? Guess what I remember? And I was like, what you remember, Daddy? He said, I remember you. Everybody was talking and you start asking me questions if I wanted you to fight for me. And
wow.
He said, I heard you. I said, I know you did. And that's why I told him, do everything you can do to save him. Because I knew at the end of the day, it was God that was going to do the saving. It was God that was going to do the healing. But he even used my father, even on his deathbed, to be a witness to the doctors, to be a witness to his family. And so, I just thank God for all of that. I ain't going to rant and rave about that.
But listen, I know that's not random raving, because this was about today, because a lot of people haven't never really seen you talk and really express yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I love our podcast, and because we're having a conversation. I want people to know more about you and know how relatable you are and how transparent you are, because somebody could be going through this right now as we speak.
True.
They could be going through what you went through, you know what I'm saying? So you're helping someone today. So never feel like that. You never feel like you're rambling and things like that, because one thing on this podcast, ain't no time limit.
Come on,
we not on KTLA, we on KSLA where we got 5 more minutes. Nah. If we in 2 hours, but guess what? Someone got something out of it, and that's what's about on my platform. I want people to come on and have a great time, but also get something from this.
Yeah.
And you're helping somebody today. Seriously.
Well, there was a moment where my faith was bigger than my fear.
Come on, let's talk about it. Talk
It
about
really
it right quick. Yeah,
was,
let's talk about it.
I had fear.
Yes.
Fear kept coming up or whatever, but my faith, it was just so strong. And here's the crazy thing about it as well, or the ironic thing rather, is that my faith began to grow the more I exercised my faith. And the more
So how did you, I didn't mean to cut you off. How did you exercise your faith? Help people, because I want you to help some people tonight.
Yeah,
how did you exercise your faith?
So I exercise my faith by, number one, going against the grain. And when I say going against the grain, it was like, hey, shut this down, because if he does live, then he'll be a vegetable. If he does live, they start giving all these, diagnoses as to what would be or whatever. And I began to speak what I expected God to do for my daddy. Wow. And so even with the ability to walk, they say he'll never be able to walk. He won't be able to talk. As a matter of fact, we're going to have to give him a trach. And I kept saying, oh, my daddy won't have to go through having that trach the way other people, have to. And of course, he had the trach. But of course, when I tell you, God began to use my daddy in a way to even minister to the therapists that were coming. And his speech was, slurred, and then it got better. And every time we would put a command, on God, you told us that if we would just, seek you, if we would just put our trust in you, that we can put our trust in you, that God, we can decree a thing, we can declare a thing. And we began, my sisters and I, we began to decree and declare. Even my homegirl, Regina, Sweet Pea, she was right there with me. Marilyn, Chapel, Sweet Pea, all of those. And I surrounded myself with them. And even in times when I got weak, even when I brought Daddy home, of course, sometimes he would get agitated and aggravated. And, there were times when, it kind of got a little physical, not with me, but, from him, because, he was frustrated about the state that he was in, us having to do everything for him. Yeah. And I just, start, calling on God and declaring what was going to be and what was not going to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Using the authority that God had given me as a believer. And so walking out that faith looked like me knowing that, hey, it won't always be like this. And so I just prepared for what I wanted to see. My sisters and I, we prepared for what we wanted to see. We took him to LSU, we took him to the hospital, and of course they were like, hey, we got this special study. And I was like, Daddy, you want to be a part of this? He was like, yeah, if I can walk again. I'm like, come on, bet, let's do this. And of course, our faith saw him being able to walk again. It even allowed him to see himself, because we spoke those things. Come on, Daddy, you got this. But then I'll tell you, my daddy had a strong resolve, his own self, to get up and get out. And I say that because sometimes he would try to get up and do things that we like, no. His mind would tell him that he could, but physically he couldn't.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I got this. I'm like, no, man.
You don't, sir.
Listen, not right now. Put that that gate belt on and let Niecy help you. Even my uncle Buddy, my uncle Leroy, he had come home from the military and he was helping him. But when you say walking that faith out every day, it was a journey. Some days I cried my eyes out. Some days I was like, man, I probably should have just went on to Houston. Or maybe it's time for me to do something different. Or, but anyway, my faith and, of course, me and my love for my father, my love for CK, and the wonderful memories that I have of my dad, taking us on a long ride with an icy.
Come on, Isis.
Come on here.
What flavor?
Come on, the cherries.
Come on with it.
That's the one we had.
Come on.
And then listen, we would get a big blow pop. Come on here and put it in the middle of the pickle.
Come on with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. You had a good time in the car.
Yes, and we would ride listening to Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Come on. Oh, you were listening to that girl?
Yes,
you want to save all your life, huh?
Listen, that's what my father did.
Balance. That's what she said, y'all. She got balance.
Daddy would take us.
Frankie.
We had a great time.
For sure.
He loved doing those type of things with us. I was the boy that he never had, right?
Oh, Lord. So he had you playing catch.
You better hear me. Listen, some of everything.
Come on out here, girl.
Come on here, listen.
Bring that ball too. Bring.
Daddy would have me under the car,
Oh wow.
helping change the spark plugs.
So you know how to fix the alternator. You know
that part, the exhilarator carburetor.
Come on with it. You cat, what they call it? What the Cadillac converter?
The Cadillac converter. Yeah.
Come on, all that good stuff.
All that. Daddy would have me out there doing that, learning how to change the tires. When it was time to rake the leaves, all of us would be out there, but there were just certain things that, my daddy was like, you're going to know how to do this, you're going to know how to do that. So
you like getting your hands dirty?
Dude, I don't like to get my hands dirty.
Okay. But you will, though.
But I will.
Come on.
That part.
See, but that's what I like. See? That's all. Listen, that's all us men want.
Listen,
that's all us men want, y'all.
I don't mind. I would go fishing with Daddy.
It don't mind. Just come on.
And listen, and you had to listen. If you wanted that fish, listen, Daddy was not going to put the bait on for you. He was not going to put them in. Yes, I've taught you how to do it. Put it on there, because I'd be like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. As a young girl, you're like, ugh. But eventually you learn how to get on
in. Put that thing and go ahead and reel it on out.
Get it on out there and get that fish. Yes.
Oh, got one. Let me go and yank that on in.
Come on. Now listen, he would help us pull it in, especially if it was a big one. Right. Oh, God, you got a big one. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir. Come on. Help me. I
love it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those just, and all of that were the memories that went through my mind, even as my father was going through what he was going through. And I'm like, I'm going to fight for you, CK. Yes, indeed. And I thank God for the fight. I thank God for the people, the village. Mm-hmm. I thank God for my biological sisters. I thank God for my spiritual sisters. And I thank God for my mother and my family, because as time progressed, they understood. And they too were grateful for the push, for the press. Wow. Yeah, they were like, thank you, we're so glad. And my daddy would come to the family parties, and he in his wheelchair. I remember we went to one of my aunties, I don't know, she turned like 70, and it's the song, Living for the Love.
Yeah.
You know this song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so listen, drifting on a memory, ooh, there's no place I'd rather.
Come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And so I can remember when we would have family parties at my grandma's house, my dad and we would always dance, dance. He would dance with my Aunt Bobby or whatever. And so he was so excited. He felt so good. And he was in that wheelchair, and he was like, come here, Tina. And I'm like, okay. I already knew he wanted to dance. And he spent me around in that wheelchair. We danced. We had a good time celebrating with my cousins and my aunt. And, those are the type of memories that, are forever etched in your heart. Mm-hmm. And even when difficult times come, you can reflect back on those moments, hold those moments. And listen, love drives out hate. It really does.
True.
Because the enemy had tried to have me stuck in that place of looking at what my dad did to cause, hardship on my family or whatever. But, he was stuck in a place where he couldn't get out. It was by the grace of God and the prayers of my mother that helped him to be, the version of him that people saw and loved and embraced as he was going on. So anyway, I just thank God for CK, and I thank God for my
shout
mother.
out,
shout out to the memory.
Yes, the memories, precious memories.
Yes, indeed, Christopher Bernard Kelly.
Come on, so
the one and only.
Yeah, we got to hear a lot about her and her family and the things that she had to go through as a family, because every family is different. But we definitely in our family we go through trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? We definitely go through tests, and that definitely was a big test for you and your family, because that was a test of your faith level.
Oh yeah.
Will you trust me?
Oh, yeah.
Will you give it all to me?
Yeah.
And whatever the results is,
come on,
will you still trust me?
Okay, preacher.
I'm just saying. I'm just, what I'm saying? Because, that's something that is so awesome about the Father, is that, he give us tests, and sometimes we fail them, some we pass.
His will is.
And what if his will? That's his will, and
It's
we
gonna
should
be that.
right, and we should be like, okay, all right, God,
You know that
yeah, I
accept
trust
what
in you.
God accept what God allows.
Come on,
And that's where I was, even in the midst of that situation.
yes,
I know what my petition was.
Come
I know
on.
what my faith was. But at the end of the day, God has the final say.
has the final say.
And I respect all of that as well, even in the process. You know how they say you got to trust the God of the process. So if the process was the healing on the other side,
Come on,
hey, you have to accept what God allows and accept what his will is for our lives. And so many times I know, we love our people and we want them to stay and we want to hold on to them. But I had a different perspective on that situation. And so God was so gracious. He was so gracious.
I love it. I love it, and that like what you said, God is so gracious. He definitely is, and we gotta continue to trust on Him.
Oh, yeah.
And we have to continue to, just like when we grew up and we saw the power of God.
Yes.
We saw it.
We saw it in real time. People making up stories about what they
Listen,
heard.
man, listen. Those revivals, and we used to have people come with the wheelchairs and all that good
Yes.
stuff, and we literally saw
We saw it.
that wheelchair sitting in the back.
They
They
sit
was
in the-
walking home.
Yes.
Blinded eyes, starting
Open.
to see. We saw that growing up,
Tell
and
me,
it's
can you believe that God allowed us to witness such a time? And
the power of Him.
the power of God. And I just believe that there is a remnant
Mm,
that is left,
come on,
a
yes.
remnant.
Yeah,
And for the former glory to be restored in our churches, because I'm gonna be real with you. I've been in some spaces and some places where the aesthetics are amazing. The praise and worship, you're like, ooh, yeah. But in some spaces, it's a form of godliness
yes.
without the power and the evidence of the power being there. And I just want to be in a space where there's authentic moves of God. I ain't for the, I love the, all of that or whatever, but who's leaving changed? Who's leaving transformed? Who's leaving delivered? Who's leaving set free? Who's leaving and can say, I came in one way and I left like this, and it's different. He said to be transformed by the renewing
of your mind.
Of your mind.
Come on with it.
And it's like, who leaves the place with a transformed mind? But I'm serious. I really believe that there are some young people, some young adults, some untraditional, don't look like collared all up young people, young adults with some tattoos, some piercings that love God and that can get a prayer through, that love God and know His word, that love God and they're disciples, you know what I'm saying, and still live that balanced life that we were talking about. I really believe that there's a remnant that is here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I totally believe it. I totally believe it,
Yeah.
and we definitely have
That's
to
real
continue
talk
to,
right there.
Yeah, we definitely have to continue to speak the truth and speak the word of God.
Yeah.
Even when we fall short,
Oh, yeah.
we're
Been
not
there,
perfect.
been there.
We're not perfect. And one thing that now we got to this point now, we was raised in such of a strict way.
Yeah.
And I feel like that there's a lot of things that there was some tactics being made, scare tactics. And now as I'm older,
Come on.
why?
But why?
Why did you have to put certain things in us to make sure that we didn't do that? And then at the end of the day, if we did do it, we're not going to hell.
You're not going to hell. Them scare tactics you're talking about.
I can't go to my dance,
Right.
like my school dance.
No.
What?
Listen,
I can't listen to this, huh?
Marvel not.
I can't.
I can't
what?
shoot marbles. What? No. And some of that stuff, I'm gonna tell you this. It came out of
Jesus.
ignorance. It did. It came from a lack of understanding. Yeah, and then in some places it also just came out of now perpetual religious. And you ain't even seeking to get understanding and revelation. You just going off of what Big Mama them told you. And no disrespect to Big Mama and them.
No
Or
disrespect.
Papa and them. We thank God because they did what they thought was right. But then they passed on these, ill teachings and things of that nature. And people were ill informed, and some people were even looked at as being renegades in the family, and they were ousted because they did not conform to the ignorance. Because they found a better way, they learned a better way. I ain't just talking about a wayward child. I'm talking about somebody that found liberation through the revelation, and they were like, "Oh, wait, these pants ain't sending me to hell. Wait a minute. I ain't got to wear the skirt down to my knees.
I can't show my elbows. You remember? Listen, you remember? Now, hold up. You remember back in the day? You know, back in the day when you used to go to USAC, you could tell the most sanctified kids because they skirts came way to their ankle, and they had, even though they had like an extra that covered the elbow.
Yes.
And we like, what type of shirt y'all got?
Like, who made that for you?
Who made Who made y'all shirts?
Who made your shirt?
But you know what I'm saying?
And and wait, they got on the same shirt we got on, but theirs it's been altered.
It's been altered. Right. The same shirt. It could be a straight Britney Spears shirt, but then they added another.
Right, like, come on, what is really happening? But
oh my God,
I still believe in modesty, but we kind of took that thing. That was another thing that caused some people to want to separate. Them scare tactics. It's a lot of kids that are spiritually traumatized because of some of the things that were passed on, that were said that you could and could not do. And I just thank God for mine. Even my daddy, he always taught us, my mom as well, to be a thinker.
Come on.
Be a reader. Go and research stuff for yourself. And that's why today, like, you got that Bible, you got that book for yourself.
For yourself.
Go in there and look and see what it's saying. And then pray and ask God to give you revelation and connect with the family of faith that could, inspire and, of course, give revelation in those spaces where you don't. But I'm going to say this right here for real. Like, you got to have the power of the Holy Ghost. You got to have that spirit in your life. It's real.
Yeah, I heard him.
And it ain't just for, running around the church and then doing a praise break. Like, it's for daily living, equipping us and empowering us. Because, I really believe that something is about to hit it has already been unleashed, but it's about to hit the atmosphere.
Wow.
That you having that form of godliness and talking about and all of that right there. Yeah, they gonna know. These kind, they gonna come out only by your fasting and praying and the power that you possess. And a lot of people look like they got the power, talking like they got it. Because I can be charismatic, I can be bold in my speaking, I can be loud in my talking, or whatever. But what am I moving? What am I able to stir in the spirit realm if I don't really possess the true power of God? And so, even as I thank God for this opportunity to serve as the first female president of the youth department for historical Louisiana First.
Come on,
we're talking about USAC. And
come on, congrats,
Thank you. I'm gonna tell you this. I was okay. I was comfortable being the chair lady, doing my work right there. Serving right there. And then
God had more.
He had more.
Come on.
Right.
Huh?
But listen to this.
Clock it.
I'm sitting here like, this is, the men do this.
Okay.
This is typically a role for a man.
Okay.
But God knows who he wants to use, when he wants to use them, and why. And even in this season, just being relatable and connected to young adults in the way that I am, both in the classroom, as an educator, in the community. I'm just like, okay, God, whatever you're saying, however you want to use me to help to bring these young people in. Because listen, we need the young folk because they strong, they wise.
Right.
And I've just been saying, God, even in this role that you have given me, in this assignment, rather, that you've given to me, I'm like, I want to be everything that they need me to be, but also I want to be for them what we needed somebody to be for us.
Come on.
You remember in the day, like we really needed somebody that we could talk to and that we could relate without them being so heavenly minded that there were no earthly good. Everything that they can't. Oh, okay. No sex. Okay. So, tell me, what it is that I need to be doing to preserve myself and to keep myself. Or they'll say, well, anyway. I'm about to open up something that
Let's open it up. Open the
all I'm
floodgates.
saying is like we need to help people with practical application, things that they can do to walk out the biblical, things that are acceptable and unacceptable, the will of God, the plan of God, of course, and how to live holy and how to live right. But they will be like, "Cause I said so." No, 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 no. I get that. I hear what you're saying. But mama, a mother, what I see is that you got 5 babies, mother, and nobody have the same last name. So what I know is that you didn't always listen to what the preacher had said and what the Sunday school lesson had said. So now,
you wouldn't listen.
Since you know better or you're in a different place and space in your life, can you teach me? And that goes back to that transparency. We got to be open. And so many times we're so afraid for people to see us in a different light that we cause people to stumble and fall feeling like, hey, this righteous living is unattainable. When that's a lie from the pits of hell. Like, mother, tell me that you drunk, like you drank like a sailor. You smoked, you cursed, but you got down on your knees. But then when you got up off your knees, you had to go to AA. Or when you got up off your knees, you needed somebody to help you and be an accountability partner so that you wouldn't keep running into that man's house or allowing him to run into your house. And you needed somebody to help you to remain accountable, like you had a village of sisters that help you through. You know what I mean? Or you had people to encourage you along the way, that you didn't just do this by yourself. And, and you've been saved all day and no evil have you done. Come on, let's keep it real and give people some practical things that they could do to continue to press toward the mark. Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I heard it. That's her story. And she's sticking to it. So listen, you also you do some lot of things here in the city. Let's talk about those things that you do, because it is y'all. If you tune in there right now, it's your boy T Vocal, the host. This is the T Vocal Show, and I need you to what? Like, share, and comment on this episode. Also to go on our multimedia group. YouTube, subscribe. It's free 99, all right? Free 99.
Free 99.
But you are a jack of all trades. You definitely do some things. And one thing I definitely saw you doing.
What I do?
Last year at the and it was so dope. We got to work together
at the Chicken and Blues
Festival.
Yeah.
At the KOK Chicken and Blues Festival.
Yes,
Shout out to my
sir.
brother Pastor CJ.
Pastor CJ.
Yeah, so
Shout out
let's talk about this, because I've been knowing you for a long time, and I would have never known for you to even tap into this, but you also is on the radio station too as well.
Yes, I am Betenia Bolden. God's girl, your girl evangelist BB.
Come on.
From Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KOKA. Yeah, get with your girl from 3 to 7. Oh yeah, I'm on the drive home. I'm keeping them up and up to date. So yeah.
Come on, you see how she tapped in already. So how did you get it? Because I want. So did you go to school for mass communication?
Absolutely not. I have a degree in biology.
Come on.
Yes, indeed. I worked at the Biomedical Research Center after I think my second year in college as a undergrad student.
Yeah.
And of course, they had me to stay on, and not until I got pregnant. And of course, that's another part of my story.
Yeah.
Out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
But during that time, I was doing research, and I was dealing with animal rats, and we was doing this research. And so my doctor was like, hey, all those chemicals you're around, they ain't good for that baby, all right? So we're going to have to put a pause on that. And that's how the shift to education happened for me.
Okay.
Raising my daughter, being there for her. And I loved research. I really did.
Yeah.
But that's how I shifted into education.
Okay.
But to talk about the radio, no, I did not ever. All the most I did when it comes to mass communication is MCing at a church.
Come on, and that's church mass communication, huh? That's chat.
That's about it for me. You know, I would
Yeah.
MC, you know, a musical or, you know, a service, but
Yeah.
that was pretty much it. And I always just felt like I sang in the choir. You know, we was right there with Miss
Yes.
Eunice Johnson.
Come on, yes.
Yes, with
Facts.
listen, the USEC choir,
Come
the
on with it.
children's choir and all of
Yes,
that.
all the good stuff.
But I said that because I always felt like my voice was very raspy. And it is very raspy.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, you know, radio, that may not be my thing. But I was approached by Pastor CJ. He reached out to me because I was working with him on something else, a community initiative. And he shared some information with me, and he asked me, you know, had I ever thought about radio? And I was like, absolutely not. And he asked me, did I have any, you know, background in it? And I was like, nope. Unless you want to talk about MC in a program, that's pretty much it. I said, I can read. I'm teachable.
You hear me?
Anyway, we went through the process, and at the end of the day, I found myself at KOKA. And I'm grateful because the Lord literally put me in the path of some amazing people. Shout out to Pastor CJ. Thank you for, you know, even an opportunity for seeing in me what I
Yes.
didn't notice, what I didn't recognize. But Mr. Carl Staples,
Come on with it.
he was there old school. He taught me a lot. And PJ, the music master,
Come on.
Patrick Johnson, I
Yeah.
would be in there trying to figure it out. And I could always count on him or Mr. Carl Staples to, you know, just show me the ropes and
Yes.
and help me. And of course, now, you know, I'm still learning my way around the studio, but I've gotten my footing. And
So how long have you been doing it?
so this is year 3.
Year 3.
And we're moving it.
I figured that.
We're almost at 4, but
Come
yeah,
on.
this is year 3, and hey, I'm just trying to evolve in this space.
And you do a great job. I
Shout
heard you
out
on the radio.
to
You've done a
all-
great job.
Thank you. Shout
Yes.
out to all women in radio because
Come
I got
on.
an opportunity to. I was invited by Pastor CJ to go to the NAGR conference. The one,
Yeah.
I think it was the first one that they had in New Orleans, and so I was just blown away to, you know, meet some of the gospel greats in Radio Robin, you know, some other women. And I was like, listen, I've grown up hearing your voice.
Yeah.
Even Ferrari Fox, listen.
Oh, yeah.
She is amazing.
Amazing. That's my girl, yeah.
You hear me? Mercedes, to
Yes.
hear her voice. And I've always looked up to these women as legends, but never saw myself in this space.
Yeah.
You know, I still look up to them. And just remember, because one of my students, when I'm teaching, I tell stories.
Yeah.
Right? And so my student was like, Miss Bolden, I really love the way you teach because you tell those stories. Because it's like life be lifing, and life is
We
happening.
got a story now.
Yeah, we got a story. I got a story to tell.
Come on.
You always got a story to tell.
Yes.
And so I was speaking with Mr. Quinn one day.
Yes.
And of course, I'm gospel, but I ain't limiting myself
Come on with
to
it.
no knowledge.
Right.
You know, these are the OGs of radio.
facts.
You know, Mr. Jabberjaws. You know,
Yes.
I've seen him in the studio and I'll stop and he'll give me nuggets. I remember one time I was trying to do a commercial and I heard Quinn down there in his studio doing his thing. He was laughing, having a good time. I was like, man, I really hate to bother him, but I ain't gonna get this finished unless I go and ask for some help because nobody else was there at the time. So I went, he came down, showed me what to do. He was like, listen, anytime you need some help.
Yeah.
And he started dropping nuggets on me. And so that's when, to go back to Ferrari, he was like, yeah, like Ferrari. He was like, he was telling me a way to navigate this space. And he was like, and she was really good at telling stories. So it triggered my mind to remember that my student was like, Miss Bolden, we love how you tell stories or whatever. And I was like, I'm natural at doing it. I got the gift of gab from my daddy. CK could talk, okay, to anyone about anything. And so I remember even hearing her, because, you know, we was in the church, but we was sneaking listen to 99 Hot.7.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And
yeah.
all the other stations.
And had our disc man, too.
Yes, indeed.
And I had a couple of albums, Usher album,
You hear
Jodeci
me?
album,
Come on.
couple album. I'm listening to once everybody
Drew
went to bed.
Hill.
Andrew,
Listen,
what? Drew Hill, what?
Lauren Hill.
Come on.
Yes, indeed. And
CDs was in.
come on, they
You
were
better not
in.
scratch my CD too.
That was a real thing. That was a real thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on.
And so just reflecting back on her and just all the other women, like I was saying when I got an opportunity to go to the NAGR and see
Yes.
these women literally killing it, shattering the glass ceiling when it comes
I know it
to
was very impactful.
women in radio.
Very impactful. I know it was.
Oh yeah, it was powerful. And
Most
to this
definitely.
day, I'm encouraged in this space because I didn't seek out the radio,
Mm-hmm.
but I found another space of my calling.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a job for me. You
Come on.
know, it is. And I mean, it's work, and of course, we want to get paid for what we do. Don't get it twisted now.
Come on. Right.
Compensate me now.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm just finding a newfound passion of being able to just bless people through the radio, through the airways. One thing, real talk. A woman called me, and I won't say her name, but I love you, girl. But she called me the other day. Yeah, this weekend, I think it was. She said, "Girl, thank you so much for saying what you just said on the radio." I was like, "What? What did I say?" Something as simple as this. She said, "You said slow down. I want you to get where you're going safely." And she said, "Girl, real talk. I was speeding." She said, "But when you said that, I slowed down." She said, "And the next thing you said is, we don't want to give away no free money. We want to make sure that we don't have to get no tickets. We want to use that money so that we can go shopping and do the other things that we like to do."
Right.
And
Come
just
on.
to know, I'm just talking about the simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, slow down. Get safely from point A to B or C or wherever it is that you need to be today. You know, you're just impacting people's lives,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm grateful for the opportunity just to be there. And I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to evolve. Like I told Pastor CJ, I say, hey, here's the deal. I'm teachable.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You have to always, you're always a student.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Facts.
an educator.
Always.
I'm always a
Yes,
student.
yes.
Professional development, spiritual development, all of that goes hand in hand.
Come on
I
with it.
want to know. I want to know what you know.
For sure. Right.
That's why I'm here today.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
that's enough. I mean, I thank you for bringing me to celebrate me, but I was inquisitive when I saw, other people on your show. I was intrigued by what they were talking about, but I got intrigued about this whole podcast.
Wow.
Because my sister's been saying, Tina, you got a lot of valuable things that you can say. You need to start a podcast, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, one day I'll get to it. And, just seeing this and hearing you and the things that you do, I'm like, I'm going to get over there and see what Mr. Tommy doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. And
Thank
I know
you.
you're not a gatekeeper. I know
Never.
you're not.
No, never. Never.
And so, I see your business flourishing. And like I said, even when we were there with Jamal Roberts, and I'm like, I see you making a global impact. I see the NARD group, the multimedia group,
Yeah, I feel it.
expanding
I receive it. Amen.
beyond Louisiana, beyond, our region,
Facts.
your reach. And the point that you're so personable, you're so real. Oh my gosh, just to see you out like I did at Katrina's, and you're like, hey, how you
yeah.
doing, or whatever.
Yeah,
and
for
I'm
sure.
like, oh my gosh, look at this dude. And I just believe that there's a space and a place that goes beyond what other people may see, and probably what you can even fathom, what you can even, imagine, because you are light.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate it.
I'm glad that I'm in this space. I'm glad
Come
I
on.
know you,
Come
rub
on.
shoulders with
Yeah.
you. I remember the days of you on the drums.
Yeah. A lot of people know me on the drums, so that's something that I definitely wanted to start doing because people just that's that little Tommy. No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
little
Tommy no more. I'm a grown man.
I'm a man now.
I'm a grown man that has a vision for my city
Yeah,
and has a vision for my legacy.
right.
And I'm putting both of those together, and this is where we at. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can I be a blessing and be a blessing by blessing others as God continue to bless me?
Absolutely.
So I'm blessing my people here in my city. I didn't move to Atlanta. I didn't move to Dallas
Yeah.
or Jackson, Mississippi, or a bigger spot where I can definitely be seen and be glorified. Because sometimes when you are in your city, you're not glorified like
Right.
it is if you go somewhere else.
Hey, what they say, you without honor in your own?
Yeah.
Okay. Your own
So,
home.
right, facts. You know what I'm saying? But I know that when I decided to do this, that I wasn't basically thinking about Shreveport. I was
Yeah.
thinking about worldwide. Not
Mm,
multimedia group being worldwide. So when I start doing events and things or doing things here, and people might look at it crazy, well, it's not for here.
right, right,
This is
right.
for the world to see. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It just that I am planted here, and God has me here for a reason to continue to uplift, inspire other people to do the same thing that I'm doing.
Right.
And if you have a voice, hey, find a podcast or things like this or radio or things like that to open up your mouth and talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing I like about a podcast is that there's no
No
rules.
rules. You
No
can
rules.
do you.
You can do you. You can talk. You can
Do
say you.
you.
If I want to talk about God for 30 minutes,
Right.
I can. I don't have to hear about in 2 minutes getting a phone call
Right.
from the upper high saying, "Listen, y'all say that again. We got to get nah." Mm-mm. So
Absolutely.
I tell people all the time, if you want to be the boss,
That's right.
you got to pay the cost,
Yeah.
and if you want to play, you got to pay.
You got to.
And that's what I've done. I wanted to play, so I have invested in the things that I need to do so I can play.
Right.
And this is right here is a playground
I
for
love
me.
it.
I love being here. I love to talk to people. I love to just because I've learned so much about you today. You know what I'm saying? About, I did not know that you went through that with your father and things like that, so just to hear that, because somebody needs to hear that, because somebody's probably going through it now, or they have been through that, so they can relate more to who you are, because we definitely want people to support you. So I need y'all to like, share, and comment, but also to go to her page and check her
Yes.
out. You know what I'm saying, and see what all things she got going on that is great. So what are some things that you got coming up, so we can talk about it
we
right quick?
have a She Shed conference.
Come on, tell us about this. Talk about that right quick.
Listen, so this She Shed is, of course, an opportunity. We know that as women, we are some creative beings. Um, there are a plethora of things that women do. And so during the She Shed conference, it's going to be an opportunity for women to, of course, showcase their creative side and also to shed some of the things that are hindering us as women from being the creatives, for being the entrepreneur, from being the author, for being, that wife or that mother that you're really supposed to be or should be, or that's a part of your destiny. And so it's going to be a collaboration of women coming together to speak into each other, to be empowered, because this started from Bolden statements, which is something that God gave me during the pandemic. And as we were coming out of the pandemic, I was a little fearful to do it because people were still maxed up and they were like, hey, we're not getting out in person. But God had given it to me to do something to where it was a lounge where we had like mocktails, a time for women just to collaborate, a time for networking for women. And so it was a big hit, right? And that was 5 years ago.
Nice.
And after that, we had a time of impartation. I had Prophetess Christy Lyles came in from Texas to impart, and we just had a great time. And so over the years, it's been evolving with the Empower Me Lounge.
Nice.
Empower Me. And it's personal because me is you. Whoever you are, that's the me that we're speaking to. And so it's just an opportunity to give voice to vision for people to come up and come out and realize, that their voice matter, the things that's been in your head, that's been swimming around in your head. It's time for you to give voice to that vision, for you to put it out there. Because a lot of times, how you have something in your head.
Come on.
And it stays there.
Yes.
And it's been now 5 years, and 5 years turn into 10 years.
Come on.
And then it comes to a moment where you begin to resent yourself for not moving on it. And sometimes it can turn into you resenting others for moving into it. And so we don't want that to be the narrative for women. We want them to, and not just women, it's for men as well. But my focus with, starting it began with women to listen, I know what they said, but what are you saying? And what you saying matters. So tap into it, get you some destiny helpers, get you some purpose
Destiny
pushers.
helpers. I
You
like
need
that.
some destiny helpers. And listen,
Explain that right quick. Help us today. Help us on that.
the destiny helpers, those are the people that you may not even know. Your destiny helpers may even be some people that you don't even like or that don't even like you. But God, you know when he say, I'll allow your enemies to be your footstool, you know that cliche that we speak to, those destiny helpers. But from the positive aspect of it, those are the people that see the purpose in you. They help to pull it out of you. So they keep calling you, hey, I thought you said you was going to be writing a book. Have you started? Or that person that says, hey, you were talking about, losing weight. Can I go to the gym with you this week? You want to go to the gym with me? Or those destiny pushers that say, hey, you know what? I see you got a vision.
Yes.
And you're trying to fund that vision. Guess what? I got so many dollars that I want to invest in your vision. I'm talking about your destiny pushers that don't want nothing.
Come on.
They don't want anything out of you. They're not trying to prostitute your gift.
Come on with
or
it.
pimp you or whatever. All they
it.
want is to see you excel. All they want to see, they want to see your success. They want to see you, doing the things that God has called you to do. So they're pushing you, and they may not even see the full vision.
Yes.
But they see the potential.
The potential.
And so they tap into that potential and they push you to purpose.
Yes.
They tell you when you're wrong. They give you that constructive criticism. They applaud you and they celebrate you along the way. You know what I mean? They pick you up when you're down and say, listen, hey, that thing didn't, that one didn't, work out the way you thought it was, but come on, we're going to try something else. Your destiny pushers. Because we already know the only way to get to success is when we fail. Because we get a chance to see what doesn't work. So then when we do get to that place of success or whatever, then we know, oh no, I've been tried or true. I've been tried, or I've seen, what worked and what doesn't work. And so now I know what to do moving forward. So those destiny pushers, those are the people that pray you through. But then they also help to walk you through.
Yes.
You know
pray
what I
you
mean?
through, but help you what? Walk through.
They help me walk it out.
Because, you can pray for me, but then, I might need some, hold me up.
Hold me up. Help me out. Hold me up.
While I go through this fire.
Yeah. And then even the destiny pushers,
I love it.
Those people who help you, they may not have the funds, but they are connectors. And that's what I call myself. And I know I am. I may not have all the revenue to help you to fund this next project or this next big thing, but I know how to connect people and say, hey, I know this person that can do this. And I got this young lady or this young man that's trying to do this. Can you help them out? Can I give, can we have a meeting, or, you know what I mean? And once we have the meeting and we connect, I pass them on off and I go on, and all I do is just celebrate them. Hey,
yes.
I saw you doing this. Hey, I see you, and you know what I mean? So those destiny pushers, they see purpose.
Yes.
They even understand what it takes to get there, because faith without works is dead.
It's dead. Facts.
Hey, you got to put in some work.
Got to.
And of
all
course,
the time, yes.
He'll order your steps. He'll show you what to do, how to do it, but you got to be obedient and get to moving. And I'm even speaking to myself in some aspects of my life, because I've been in spaces and places where I didn't even believe in what I was saying. I put a vision board up there and said, I want to do this, that, and the other. And I really didn't believe. And the reason why I say that I didn't believe, because I never moved on what I saw or what I put on paper. I never tapped in to the resources. Even when people were trying to help me, I was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. And then it came a little aggravating, because I was like, golly, it seemed like they more invested in this than I am.
Wow.
But those were the destiny pushers.
The destiny pushers.
They were I was thinking they were more invested, but they were invested in seeing me win.
Come on. And we need some more of those.
Yeah, they didn't want to see me stagnated.
Destiny pushers.
We needed. They wanted to see me get some accelerated momentum and move in on that. And I thank God, my sisters, real talk, Trinicia, Christina, and Sharika, them girls be pushing. Now, I'm the big sister. I push them, but they be pushing me. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, they like, sis, do that.
Come on.
Because I ain't gonna lie, things come in my mind all day.
Yeah.
I'll type it, I'll put it in my phone, and I'm like, okay, I think I can do that. And then I'll call them, bounce the ideas off of them, and they'll tell me like, okay, sis, let's put this into perspective. Like there's a thing that that's going to be a part of the She Shed conference. It's going to be a 2-day. It's going to be right here in Shreveport, Louisiana. And
what day is that?
It's coming up in not April, but in May. Okay. Gonna have this in May.
Nice.
And so it's gonna be a 2-day event. But the first day is all about you. Relax, relate.
Relax and relate is about you.
Relax.
And it's for women or it's for
baby,
for men?
This is for everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
Even though it says
young
She
adults.
Shed.
Yes.
But still, men and young men can come.
Men and young men, because let me just say this right here. We already know that we live in a world with men and women.
Come on, facts.
And so there are some things that men want that women need to know. And there are some things that men want.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? And vice versa. And so when we coexist in this world, when we're in places to be empowered, I believe that both men and women in some spaces need to be together.
Yes.
To hear, to share. You know what I'm saying? To feel like we're vibing right now.
Facts.
And you're hearing me, you're feeling me, you're getting to know. And so, you know, again, there are certain spaces where there needs to be, okay, this is all women, this is all men. But then there's others where, like, nah, we need to come together. There needs to be a meeting of the minds.
Come on.
And so I just believe that that first night during our mixer, that we need that fellowship. We need that networking, okay?
We need the networking. We need the fellowship.
Yeah,
I love it.
We need it. We need to come together. And so that first night, that's what that's going to be about. But the next day, of course, it will be exclusive to women.
Come on, exclusive now.
Exclusive.
Huh?
Yeah, come on, exclusive.
That mean men, we can't come on that one. It's exclusive.
It's going to be exclusive.
I love it.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I definitely, make sure you send me a flyer so I can put it on my. Yeah, I can put it on my platforms and things like that. We can talk about it because that's what it's about. On this platform, we definitely talk about the good things that we got going on in our city because we got a lot of ratchet and crazy stuff going on, a lot of killing, all that good stuff and all that bad stuff.
Yeah.
But we definitely have people like you and me that are definitely continue to push the kingdom of God and also to not scared to talk about them anywhere we go. And also too, when we get a platform like this, we definitely make sure his presence is known. And that we definitely does serve a great God. Thank you. Thank you again for coming on here. How can they follow you right quick?
Absolutely. So on IG, it's Bolden Statements, as well as TikTok. It's BL Bolden on TikTok. And, of course, on Facebook, it's just Betenia Bolden. Yeah.
You heard him. So before you get up out of here, I get everybody that comes on to just give the people, I know you got something in your belly, huh? I know you got a word down there. I just want you to look at that camera right there and just talk to the people and give them something, inspiration where they can go by and live by and walk by daily.
Yeah, so absolutely. I'll just say this right here. I know we kind of talked about fear, but I want to talk about the favor of God.
Oh, wow.
And I want you to know that when we live for God, we stand for God, we speak for God unapologetically, and we're intentional. And of course, we submit to the will of God.
Come on.
That the favor of God follows. And what I know about the favor of God outweighs any fringe benefits that any corporate American company could give, any individual could give, because favor opens doors that men try to shut in our face. Favor gives us opportunities that the world said that you could not or should not have. Favor even causes people to sow into your life that says, that's not really my cup of tea. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm sowing into. That's what the favor of the Lord does for you. And I want you to know that even where favor is, there's a greater blessing because God gives you an opportunity to be a blessing to someone else. That's what the favor of God is all about. Not just keeping it for myself, but being able to pay it forward. And I thank God even for my life, for he's given me so many gifts, talents, and abilities, but I don't can it up just for me and mine, all right? But with wisdom, with intentionality, and of course with focus, I make sure that I pay it forward each and every day, whether it's with me, with Moms on a Mission, advocating for gun violence, if it's me working in ministry, preaching, if it's me in the classroom teaching science, or on the radio, or wherever God, allows me to be with Bolden statements. I use those platforms to show forth the grace of God, the goodness of God, the glory of God, and the favor of God that is on my life. I'm going to just say this right here. I love God, and I'm kind of scared of Betenia without him. And so that is why each and every day I continue to press toward and, of course, look to him. And I already know that with him, there is no failure. So, hey, no matter what ventures you come to, ministry meets the marketplace right here. Whatever I do in the house of the Lord, I can do it outside. And of course, I want you to be encouraged as women to know that you have a special place, a unique place in your family. You have a unique place in ministry, but you also have a unique place in corporate America. So don't be afraid to let your light shine in every space that God gives you, because it's needed. Your voice has value. Your voice carries weight.
Yes.
It does. Your voice is weighty, sis. I need you to know that on today. And even as we're celebrating Women's History Month, we're grateful for the women whose shoulders we stand on. I want you to be encouraged to know that you are leaving a legacy. I want you to be a trailblazer on today. I want you to shatter some glass ceilings on today. And I'm not just talking to, my seasoned women, but I'm talking to my women who are, 18, in your 20s, in your 30s. All right? I want you to grind. We're not just grinding just to say we're grinding, but we're grinding with purpose. We're moving with purpose.
Yes.
And it's all according to that Jeremiah 29.
Come on with it.
For I know the thoughts that I have towards you. Listen, thoughts of good and not evil, but to give you an expected end. And I don't care what the enemy says. I need you to remember that God didn't give you the spirit of fear. Don't be afraid. But he gave us the spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. So keep your mental intact. Because the enemy will come in with all kind of chaos to try to get you off. But I need you to understand, keep your mind on him, in him, and of course continue to have that balance that we talked about earlier. And self-care is the best care.
Yeah, I told you she had something.
That's it. That's all.
I told you she had something in her belly, y'all. I told y'all. I told you she had something in her belly. I knew it. She was waiting on it. You was waiting on it.
I was just here. I could have.
He gonna ask me, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I have some. But yes, y'all heard what she said. Y'all tap in. Thank you again.
No, thank you for having me today. It was definitely a pleasure, and it was an honor to sit with the one and only. Yes, indeed. Mr. Tommy Nord, T-Vocals himself of Nord Media.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And we've got to do it again. We got to do it again. We got to do it again because this was good. It was cool. It was great. It was grand. It was a vibe in here. Yeah.
A vibe. A good vibe. Good vibes.
A great vibe.
Great vibes. Good vibes. Thank y'all again for tapping in with us. Y'all, I done had a great time with you.
I had a great time with
and
you
look,
too.
And, I mean, like, we've been on here for a good hour and 30.
Are you serious?
Hour
wow.
and 30. Hour and 33 minutes by 34 minutes now.
Well, I hope somebody was helped. I hope
Most
they were
definitely.
blessed.
I know they were. Most definitely. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you came on. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Anytime you need me, I'm here. I'm just a phone call away.
I'll call you, Tommy.
Come on, for real, call me. Holler at me.
Brother, or if not, I'm gonna call your daddy.
You can call him.
Bishop. No, I'm just playing.
Call him.
I know you're a man of your word. You're a man of integrity.
I am.
And I'm just flabbergasted that you thought about me. It was like,
really?
Come to my show. Oh no, I'm serious. When you sent the invite the first time, I was like, Tommy, he wants me. And I ain't gonna even lie. I mean, I'm straight off work, so this is what I wore to work. But I really was like, I want to put something, really colorful and eclectic on because that's the vibe that's in here. But I didn't get a chance to do all of that this morning. But
it's all good.
The next time you have me on, I want to match the scenery.
Hey, you definitely can. You definitely can. I definitely would love for you to come back on because I have another show. I definitely want to get you on the Gravy and Grits podcast.
Ooh, Gravy and Grits.
Where the city meets the country.
Come on.
Yeah. So, we definitely got to get you on that. But, just anytime you would like to be on here and you have something to say, just let me know. And this is the platform for you.
I like that when you have something to say.
Yeah, for sure, because everybody got a voice.
Come on here.
Everybody got a voice. So
Hey.
until next time, thank y'all again
Peace
for tapping
out.
in to us. Much love, peace, love. Also, too, man, shout out your daughter right quick. She been in here the
Come
whole
on,
time.
yes,
We had a
my
live
girl.
audience today. Yeah, shout out to
My
your
one
daughter
and
right quick.
only Essence Kiana Jackson. She's a student right there at the Southern University,
Hey.
a nursing major. And I am so proud of my girl. And I'm so
Yes.
excited that she was right here with her mom to get some video, to get a little
Little footage,
footage.
little content.
Come on, little content for your girl on today. Essence, Kiki, Kiana. And my girl got her own little podcast, Keys to Christ.
Yes, talk about it. Yeah,
she's
put
got
that out.
that going on.
Come on. Yeah.
Of course, she does that on a Sunday. She's
Nice.
kind of been, into her studies, so
Yeah.
she's been off it. But yeah, it's something to encourage her people, her audience.
Come on.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, Essence, keep on keeping on, and yeah, make me proud, girl. I love you.
So 3, yes. We're going to clock it one more time.
Clock it.
We're going to clock it one more time, man. Thank y'all
Yes.
again for being in here today. Yeah. It's your boy T-Vocal, the host, man. Y'all continue to like, share, comment, but also to follow my lady right here.
Yes.
She doing some major things here in our Shreveport City and abroad. All right, this NAR Multimedia Group. Yes, until next time, we're up out of here. Love y'all much. Let's go. All right.
Peace out.
Peace.